Hi, you're here because you realize you need help managing social media for your business, and now you're ready to hire help. You keep hearing over and over again that social media is the way to go. You keep hearing about brands selling out in hours, days, minutes sometimes, just because of their prominent social media presence. You're hearing this story over and over again, and you know that social media is the right thing for you. But when you post something to social media, you're getting 1 or 2 likes, maybe a share here every now and again. You have no idea how to create a Facebook ad, LinkedIn, or Twitter ad, but you want to. Well, you're to the point where you're frustrated and you want to see a change. And I'm going to try my very best to help you think about how and who you need to hire as a social media manager. In this video, I'm going to break down some questions that you should be asking all of the different candidates that you're considering to be your social media manager. Now, this could be used for a person, an individual that you're hiring in-house, or an agency that you're looking at outsourcing this responsibility to. If this sounds like you, then subscribe and keep watching. You're ready to see some extreme difference in how you're managing your social media. And now, when it comes time to hiring someone, you want to make sure that you're hiring the absolute perfect person who can help you move forward online. So first things first, what is a social media manager? You can Google it and find the really dry explanation of what that is, but I'll tell you what my customers and clients have told me. They are all looking for a master communicator, someone who's able to incite action from strangers, someone who can communicate with different demographics and be able to speak directly to the audiences that are already on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and they know the difference between the people they're speaking to when it comes to Reddit or if they're sharing something on Pinterest. This person is able to engage an audience and really speak to the things that are important to them on their level. A social media manager is really someone who is able to facilitate conversation, who can incite action and draw in engagement based on the way that they communicate with people on the social media platform. When you're looking at candidates for your social media manager, there's some job titles that should really jump out at you. And I'll give you a couple just to, put them in your mind. Social media managers might have job titles like marketing director, social media architect, social media communicator, copywriter, digital artist, digital marketing director, art director. People who are very heavy within the visual arts. So sometimes a great social media manager can come out of someone who is in the film industry or someone who is able to tell stories well. These are the types of people that you want to communicate with and engage with. Something that I want you to keep in mind when you're looking at your social media manager that you're going to hire, whether it's a person or an agency, is that you do not want to hire people who have these job titles. SVP of Communications, Director of, or Senior Marketing Director, President of. These people who have high executive titles, and I'm going to tell you why, and it comes from my experience over a decade working with social media, is that these particular people coming from a corporate environment have no idea how to actually use social media. These people are managers. They are very keen and skilled and have excelled in a corporate environment, most likely because of their ability to work with others, which if you have an existing team and that's what you need your social media manager to do, then these people are great for you. But if you're looking for someone who can actually get into the trenches and do the work and bring new ideas, these people typically are not the ones that you want because they probably don't even have a Facebook. They haven't used Snapchat in forever, and they have every excuse under the sun as to why they do not tweet. And if you want to put some extra juice on that, ask them if they've ever uploaded a video to YouTube for themselves or for someone else. See, a social media manager not only needs to be able to do all of these things that I'm sharing with you, but they need to be able to communicate with other people to tell them how to do it and to tell you how to do it as the business owner and the person who's their number one liaison for the brand. So those people who have high executive titles tend not to have those essential skills that are needed for a successful social media manager. So one other thing I want you to consider are people who are social media famous. Obviously, they know how to convert an audience. They know how to keep people engaged, and they know how to stay disciplined and post and communicate on a very regular basis. And that is invaluable. These are people who have huge followings, millions and millions of people who follow them, thousands of views, and when they post something or like something, they're going to get hundreds and hundreds of comments and engagement. Now, there's a flip side to this type of person that you may be considering to be your social media manager. The first thing is they already know the rules to the game. They know how to connect with an audience. They're showing that they know how to stay engaged, how to stay committed, and how to draw people in. However, on the other hand, they have a huge responsibility to their existing audiences to give them more of what they already like. So if your brand is a little bit different or has a different angle, or if you are a type of business owner who has a very strong feelings and perceptions about how you want your brand to be shared with an audience, then this might not be the proper partnership for you, because that person's audience wants to see more of what that person is offering. They really don't want your 2 cents. It really adds absolutely no value. Someone who is social media famous is a perfect candidate to be an influencer for your brand, for you to be able to make a partnership with them on a particular project. But these people are not usually the types of people that you want to hire to be your social media manager for your brand, because they simply need to be engaged with their existing audience. And especially those people who have millions and millions of followers, they're not going to stop what they're doing in order to convert all of their attention and energy to promoting your brand. So if you are engaging with someone who's social media famous, the best way to facilitate that relationship is really to do a influencer partnership and work on a project. And you can Google around Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and all the rest to be able to see what that should look like. If you want me to make a video on engaging social media famous people and engaging with influencers, please comment below or find me on my social media platforms and tell me, and I'd be happy to make a video about that. So next, let's talk about the actual cost of having a social media manager. A really great social media manager who's going to be able to convert audiences online are typically someone who has been able to do that in other ways. So they may have done that because they're a sales professional, they may have many years of experience working with a variety of different brands, or they may have done so and they may be one of those people who's social media famous who's no longer interested in maintaining their own book of clients and customers, but they're looking at converting that into a more traditional type of lifestyle. So with any of those types of professionals or agencies who have been able to do exactly what I just said, you can expect to spend, if you really want someone good, you need to be ready to pay them between $60,000 to $112,000 a year. For someone who's going to do a really killer job, pay 100% attention to what you're doing, and be able to give you exactly what it is that you're looking for. You 100% will get what you pay for when it comes to having a social media manager. Yes, you can hire an intern. Yes, you can hire someone straight out of college. But I'm telling you right now that that poor soul is going to be burnt out on the amount of work that it actually takes with strategy to be able to convert your business the way that you really want to. If you want to see those sold out products and sales within days and hours and minutes, that's not something that a person fresh out of college is going to be able to do for you, unless that person has done it for their own personal brand and they're applying those strategies for you. If you want to hire an agency who's going to be able to do this for you, you can plan to spend anywhere between $3,000 per month to $12,000 per month and more, deciding if you want to include paying social media influencers to do product placement for you, because that's a separate thing that is really tailored depending on who it is that you want to engage with, and that's outside typically of the actual agency fee. So maybe you're a really small business and you just want to put your, get your foot in the door and you want to work on one particular project. Well, a particular project can cost you anywhere from $50 up to $10,000. And I know that's a huge range, but it really depends on what it is that you want from that project. So let me give you an idea of what that is. If you are looking at posting something on Instagram, you want to work with an influencer, you want them to post something for you to target and funnel people back to your brand, well, that can cost you about $50. It can cost maybe $25. You pay an influencer and they'll post something on their platform talking about your brand to their audience, and it may stay there perpetually forever, or there's some influencers who will leave that post up for 30 days or a week or a day and they'll take it down, and you get what you get in that time frame. Or you might reach out to an influencer and ask them to produce a YouTube video like this for you. Now that can range anywhere from $500 for the YouTube video up to $10,000 that they may charge you for a YouTube video. When I was managing a beauty account and working with influencers for a beauty manufacturer, we actually had feedback from some influencers who were charging upwards of $25,000 per video, and it was restricted under a certain time frame. So those are things that you want to keep in mind, and that's really why the frame is so huge when it comes to working for a particular project. So anywho, I hope this video was useful to you and it gave you some ideas and things to look for when you're looking to hire your next social media manager. If you've watched this video and you feel like you can attack social media on your own, I do want to make sure that you know that my company actually has a course that you can purchase and use. And if you use this code, you'll be able to benefit from that and use that to buy social media for small business. It is an all-encompassing course that includes information on all of the top, most popular social media platforms, the things that you should be posting, and the calls to action that you should be using, and different things that you can put into action right away. If you're not ready to go ahead and move forward with that course, but you want to be able to use social media in a better way, you can download my free social media guide, which is always available to you to help you. And you can look and find those links inside of the description box. I could go on and on about social media marketing. Good ideas are transferable. And again, I can't think of one industry that can't benefit from using social media. And if you can prove me wrong, please put it in the comments and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I hope that you start putting that social media stuff to work. Your business is ready to thrive and grow. Stop looking at other brands and thinking, man, I want to be able to sell out my products and services in hours, days, and minutes. I wish I could do that. Well, you can do it. It all depends on you and the people and the resources that you put behind you in order to do that. All right, so go forth and flourish. Bye.